It's the drug counselor, and
Mm-hmm.
I've already had served time in jail somewhat, so they took my license away, and
Okay.
so my girlfriend's driving me to work, and she doesn't like that, so.
Is that taxing on your relationship? How's that going?
Well, she doesn't want to stop to get me beer on the way home, so it starts arguments.
Yeah, but like we talked about, you're gonna hopefully try to. Do you want to cut back?
Yeah, I'd like to cut back and just kind of do it towards events, I guess, or
But you want it to be on your terms.
somewhat, yes.
You don't want her to tell you.
Yes.
I can understand that, but hopefully you know that she's trying to do it in your best interest.
Yeah, that's true. I do see that.
Good. So we'll start with this little assessment. It's an audit. It's just to kind of get a general idea of what's going on. This is our first time meeting, and I know we're going to be seeing each other a couple more times. So would you prefer I ask you the questions, or would you rather you do the self-assessment and you can ask me any questions along the way?
I prefer you do the questions or ask the
You
questions.
prefer that way? Of course. So, I'm going to hand you this sheet so you have a visual of what drink amounts we're talking about. Okay, just a visual representation. Okay, so how often do you have a drink containing alcohol? 4 or more times a week? 2 to 3 times a week?
4 or more, definitely.
Okay. How many drinks containing alcohol do you have on a typical day when you are drinking? You've mentioned that you drink pretty much every day.
Yes.
And do you drink during the weekends?
Yes.
Okay. Starting about when? Sorry, I haven't asked this before.
What was that?
Starting about when on the weekends do you start drinking?
Usually around 11 or
Okay.
12 o'clock. So.
So, I'll ask that again. How many drinks containing alcohol do you have on a typical day when you are drinking? 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6, 7, 8 or 9, 10 or more?
10 or more.
Okay. How often do you have 6 or more drinks on one occasion? Oh, never.
Pretty much every day.
Daily. How often during the last year have you found that you were not able to stop drinking once you had started? Daily or almost daily?
Daily.
Daily. Okay. How often during the last year have you failed to do what was normally expected from you because of drinking? Daily or almost daily? Weekly? Monthly? Less than monthly? Never.
Probably weekly.
Weekly? What kind of activities are you failing to do? Can you think of any off the top of your head?
Kind of just keeping the house clean and losing motivation towards that.
Yeah. Does your girlfriend stay on you about doing that?
Yes, she gets very irritated about that.
Okay. So, alright, something I'll note. How often during the last year have you needed a first drink in the morning to get yourself going after a heavy drinking session?
Oh, to like kind of numb the hangover?
Yeah, how are you handling your hangovers?
I mean, every hangover sucks, but
Do you typically get them?
not every day, but on days that I drink whiskey or bourbon, yes, it's a high possibility to have that.
A hangover. So, do you find yourself drinking in the mornings?
I'll wait till I eat breakfast and then I'll start drinking, so.
Okay, so it's not
No,
a dire need. You're not waking up.
not right.
Withdrawing.
No, not withdrawing necessarily.
Okay, so maybe just weekly.
Yes.
Okay. How often during the last year have you had a feeling of guilt or remorse after drinking? Less than monthly, weekly?
Less than monthly.
Less than monthly. Kind of guilt. What brings that on?
The guilt?
Yeah, feelings of guilt. You just wake up.
Just not having the things I've expected throughout life, so.
Okay. Kind of personal remorse.
Yes, personal remorse.
Okay. You know, there's every year that goes by, there's always opportunity to do what
Better.
you've been looking. No, not better. Just something that you've been wanting to do with your life.
Yes.
So, how often during the last year have you been unable to remember what happened the night before because you had been drinking?
Within the last year,
Mm-hmm.
I've lost count, honestly.
All of these have been in the last year.
Oh, well, I've lost count on that, no.
Okay, so we're gonna go with daily or almost daily. Have you or someone else been injured as a result of your drinking? No, yes, but not in the last year. Yes, during the last year.
No.
No. Good. It's great news. Has a relative or friend or a doctor or another health worker been concerned about your drinking or suggested you cut down?
A relative, yes.
A relative? Who was that?
My dad's caught me in the act quite a few times, and he didn't.
Drinking?
Yes, did not agree with the amounts.
What kind of state were you in when he caught you?
I was definitely blackout.
Were you?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Alright. Did you ever, what kind of situation was it in? Were you on the floor? What was, do you remember?
well, I remember the outcome in the morning, and I threw up everywhere in the bathroom floor, and
Were you at his house?
yes, this night I was.
Okay. Did it start, how did it start out? Like, was it a
There
family
was
cookout?
yeah, it was like a family cookout, a little pool, and I overdid it.
Mm-hmm. So, just that feeling of needing to drink more after
Yes.
everyone else kind of cuts it out.
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm just going to quickly calculate the score. Just one moment. Do you have any questions about what we just went through?
No.
No? Feel good about it?
Yes.
Okay. So, you're scoring around a 35, and the average to really look out for is an 8 or more, and that's considered maybe a hazardous or harmful alcohol use.
Okay.
That's something that could start to affect maybe your health. Have you recently seen a doctor?
No, it's been quite a while.
It's been a while. Okay, and they've never expressed concern, like you said, about cutting it out.
Well, I mean, I kind of hide my actions quite well until I got caught recently.
So this is not something that you've really wanted to work on before?
No,
No.
until I've gotten caught. That's what kind of pushed the motivation towards it. So.
And you feel like this is something that you're ready to start to make a change with?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're a hard worker. You've made great strides in your job, and they obviously haven't seen any alcohol use with you. So hopefully, you can keep up the hard work and start to make some good progress. If you're willing to make the change, I'm sure that you have the determination to make that happen.
Thank you.